Hello YouTube, Genius in Exile here. So it's a busy day in the G house. We're actually putting away a 50-pound bag of rice, but what we're doing first is we're sifting it. So you never quite know what comes through in the rice, even when it's in storage. Long ago, we bought a 50-pound bag of rice from Costco, and as soon as we opened it when we got home, it had some weevils in it, so we took it back. So now we go ahead and just kind of run it through the sifter just in case. And everything looks pretty good so far. Maybe just a couple brown pieces of rice, little bits of rice bran. But all we really want to do is put away the sweet rice inside. So what we've done is we're pouring the rice into the sifter, sifting it through. Whatever comes out ends up in the bowl. And then when we're done with that, I go into this bowl where I've got a measuring cup, and I'm putting them into the clean vinegar jars. I think if you've seen some of my other videos, you notice that I do use these for food storage. They're the jugs for my vinegar. Once they're dried out, they don't smell like vinegar anymore. And I make sure they're completely dry. Just have a funnel in there. And I put the rice in. So, just want to talk about this. Long-term food storage. Sometimes there's a little bit more to preparation than just putting it in the containers. Sometimes you have to do a little extra sifting. I don't know if you guys have ever run into that problem before, but we did let the manager of Costco know that there were some weevils in the bag, and he took all the stock back. So usually Costco's pretty darn reputable as far as what they have, so I'm pretty faithful that he's taking care of it, but still you can't be too careful. So, oh, and I also made some cocoa. And earlier today, we've already done our sugar. So it's a busy house. Got to get back to it. Just want to talk about some more long-term food storage. Take care. Also wanted to remind you the importance of labeling. Yes, you could probably look at the container and figure out what's in it, but there's no way for you to be able to figure out when you packed it away. So don't forget to label. Very, very important. Even if you just put the year on there. Since, as we all know, beans and rice may be our staple. Our staple if the SHTF. Want to make sure we know when it is, that way we can rotate out our food storage. Okay, back to it. Still got a lot to go. All done. That 50-pound bag of rice did 6.5 jugs. These are actually 1-gallon vinegar jugs. I ended up taking an old Diet Coke bottle I had from a visitor, cutting it open and using that as a funnel. Oh my gosh, it worked about 10,000 times better than this funnel. Just put the rice in there. It has this little lip so it doesn't fall in. I actually held it by that, and it worked pretty well. So here's to show you what came out of the rice after we sifted it. Some weird stuff and some weird little brown thing, I don't know what it is, and some rice bran. I mean, it could have been a lot worse, and a lot of people say, before you store your rice, you should put it in the freezer. That's a good idea, but I don't know that I have enough freezer space for all these. Plus, whatever is in your rice is still in there. It's just frozen. So, I'd rather just get it out. And this isn't bad. This is not like the other bag we got that one time with the weevils in it, and hopefully that'll never happen again, and hopefully it will never happen to you again. But this is your food storage. You can't mess around with it. You got to take this stuff seriously, because you don't know how long it's going to last you, how long it's going to need to last you. And if you're counting on it being there, and there's a bunch of bugs eating and pooping and doing whatever it is they do in that, then this is just a waste of time and effort and resources and space that you could be using for something else. So if you're going to do it, really do it. Take care of your food, because it'll take care of you. If it's going to be worth doing, it's worth doing right. So a 25-pound bag of sugar did, 3.5 gallons, and also topped off my container of sugar that I have in the pantry. 50 pounds of rice did 6, almost 7 gallons, or gallon containers. So these are all cleaned, ready to go. They're labeled. I've already stressed the importance of labeling, and pretty neat little idea for cheap. So here you go. More long-term food storage. And it didn't take me very long. I think this took me probably about an hour to do. With the sifting, of course, I had my lovely assistant sifting. But I figured as I was not doing much else than filling up bottles, I'd pass on some tips and tricks to you guys, and wish you the best on your journey to long-term food storage. Take care.